Your questions about business, career, personal development, and achieving the American dream are more than welcome. Call 855 Makin It, 855-625-4648. Now, back to more Makin It with Tommy and Todd.
We're back with Tommy and Todd, coast to coast, and it is time for Makin It or Breakin It. So, Todd, today we're going to discuss one of your favorite topics, and that is how important is appearance in sales? I know you lecture on this, you talk on this, you've had a fitness business in the past. You know all about appearance. So why don't you kick it off? What do you think?
I mean, making it or breaking it is saying, does it make or break, does appearance make or break you? Of course it can break you.
Yes.
Now, the thing I have to say about this is people always immediately go to like sex with this. They think it's about how good you look and
right.
That's what's going to do it. And it's not necessarily that. It has to do with the appearance for the particular type of sales you're in.
Right.
You know, so for instance, I remember years ago when I was in college, I worked at a UPS, and I remember like showing that you're brawny and big and, you know, wearing fatigue pants and stuff really moved you up the ladder, you know, in there. So like if you're selling construction products or something.
Yes.
And you come and you look like you have the, you know, you have a hard hat on the side and, you know, you're holding a hard hat and you have like construction clothes on that are neat and clean. That's going to get you a lot further than if you show up in a 3-piece suit, you know, selling construction products. So appearance has to do with making sure that you're matching the prospect and the market that you're selling to.
Yeah, you know, it's funny that you use that example about a 3-piece suit.
Yeah.
When I was in college, I was applying for a job in a steel mill, and there were all these other college kids,
right?
And they're in shorts and T-shirts
right.
and so on. But I was actually applying for a very coveted job in the office.
Oh, okay.
And this is in the days when if you worked in an office, you wore a tie and a white shirt and so on. And I showed up in a tie and white shirt. And all these guys are looking at me like, what are you doing here? I mean, you're so inappropriate. And the reality is I got the job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So appearance did work.
Appearance did work because it fit the situation. You know, Todd, there's you mentioned about sex appeal and so on. Unfortunately, there have been studies that talk about weight and obesity and those kinds of things, and whether those kind of factors actually hold you back in the workplace. And the reality is they do.
Yes.
And this is a statistic I found very interesting. Do you know who is held back the most in the workplace, the modern workplace, by obesity as an example?
Huh.
White women.
Really?
Yes. There's all sorts of statistics that show that if a white woman is overweight, she will not get promotions. She will not make equal salary, and so on. In sales, how we appear is very important. Now, you can rise above that when you get into technical sales, as an example,
right?
Where it's not quite as important how you dress and so on, but it actually can hold you back if you're not if you don't look good.
Yes, it's well, I think it's crucial for new accounts because you know you never get a chance to make a first impression again.
Right.
For established accounts, it's not as crucial because you've built the trust and the confidence, but I think you have to be conscious of it.
Right.
And I think you have to think about your staff as basically being a set of internal customers.
Yes.
You know, they need to be impressed, and you need to make sure you're conscious of your appearance with your staff.
Yeah. And you know, it's not even just how you dress or whether you're overweight or underweight or whatever the situation is. Cleanliness, things like hair, teeth, nails, breath, personal hygiene. Customers notice all these things.
Yes.
Wardrobe, casual dress, is becoming more popular, but in most cases, it's safe to overdress, actually.
Yeah.
If you're the best dressed guy in the room, that's better than being the worst dressed guy in the room if you're trying to sell something.
Right. Then lastly, you have to be conscious, I think, of your public image in the community.
Yes.
And so these are all appearance things. I mean, if you're taking your $30,000 to two bankers, one banker's dressed slovenly, one's all dressed up,
That's right.
really professional, who are you going to trust to give your money to?
That's exactly
The
right.
one that's really dressed well. So
Sure.
it covers all spans. So yes, appearance can break you, and you need to be conscious of it. Well, thanks for joining us today. Any questions or comments about your business or life, please call us at 855-MAKIN IT. That's 855-MAKIN IT. That's 855-625-4648.
This is Tommy and Todd. Thanks for joining us, America, and keep making it.
This has been Makin It, the source for information, insights, interviews, and in-the-trench advice for startups, struggling, and early-stage entrepreneurs and business owners nationwide.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, staff, management, or advertisers.
For more information, contact Tommy or Todd at 855-MAKIN IT. That's 855-625-4648. Or at their email address, info@makinitnow.com. Thank you for listening to Makin It.